Welcome to Bible Time with Aunt Kat. This is where we talk about real people we read about in God's Word, the Bible. And all of His Word is true because God cannot lie. The Bible verses we use today will be given at the end of the video. Have you ever gotten angry or mad at your parents or your friends? You probably have. Everybody gets angry sometimes. Even Jesus got angry, and He was perfect. Let me tell you about a time when Jesus got really angry and what we can learn from Him about the right way to be angry. When Jesus went to the temple for the Passover, He found people selling animals for sacrifices and money changers doing business. He made a whip out of cords and drove them out of the temple, overturning tables and saying, "Do not make my Father's house a house of business." Do you think He was angry? Yes, He was, but for good reason. They were making money inside the temple instead of using it to worship God like they were supposed to. And for those who were trying to worship, they were interrupting them and making noise and making confusion for them. And it upset Him, made Him angry. The Bible gives us other examples of Jesus being angry and of God's anger too. So we know being angry isn't wrong. It's an emotion God gives us. But we have to learn to control it and use it the right way, just like Jesus did. So how do we know when and how to be angry? Well, we should be angry at the things that make God angry. You shouldn't get mad and lose your temper at your brother just because he's playing with your favorite toy. But you should get angry at sin. For example, if your mother sees you take something from a store without paying for it, does she get mad at you? Or is she upset about the wrong that you did and angry at the sin itself? Does she make you take it back and maybe even punish you so that you will not to do it again? Sure. Our anger shouldn't cause us to hurt others. Jesus didn't hurt anyone when He drove them out of the temple. He just messed up their things, startled them, and showed them that they were doing wrong. If you see a bigger child hitting a smaller one, you don't just haul off and start hitting them back. You might talk to him, tell an adult, or try to stop the fight in some other way. It doesn't please God if we get mad and blow up quickly or for no reason. We are reminded in the book of James to be slow to anger. We don't lose our temper, we control it. And just as we should be slow to get angry, we also need to be quick to let it go. The book of Ephesians says, "Do not let the sun go down on your anger, nor give place to the devil." If we are angry, we need to make things right before the day ends. Holding on to anger or a grudge can lead us to sin. So, let's see. If we get angry, we see something going on and it makes us really, really mad. And we just get angrier and angrier and angrier. It's like shaking a bottle. The pressure builds and builds and builds. I'm going to have to move these out of the way. Builds and builds and builds. But instead of just taking this and opening it real big and blowing our top, if we just stop and think and calm down and release that pressure slowly. Let's see. Can you hear that hiss? You hear that little hiss on there? I let go of my anger. I let go of my anger. Instead of blowing up all over the kitchen here, I just let go of that anger, calm down a little bit, and that's just like releasing my anger and controlling my anger. So we've got a verse that we can remember that will help us with that. And it's the one we were just talking about, Ephesians 4:26 and 27. Just a second here. Be angry and do not sin. See, it says it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry. Be angry and do not sin. Just don't let your anger lead to sin. And do not let the sun go down on your anger, nor give place to the devil. So in other words, it's okay to be angry. Just don't let it lead you into sin, and don't hold on to it, because then the devil can get a hold of you and make you do things that you shouldn't do and lead you into sin. So we're going to do this to the tune of the wheels on the bus. And it should be easy to remember, okay? Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, nor give place to the devil. That's too low even for me. Let me go up a little bit. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, nor give place to the devil. Ephesians 4:26 to 27. Do it again. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, nor give place to the devil. Ephesians 4:26 and 27. So when you're angry, let it be the right way, God's way. Our Bible verses used today were John 2, verses 13 through 17, James 1, 19 and 20, and Ephesians 4, 26 and 27. Next week, we're going to talk about one of the most famous verses in the whole Bible. But we're going to talk about just what it means. John 3:16. What does it mean to me? That's what we're going to talk about. And don't forget to make your own Bible time every day.